Hello and welcome to Flow Body. Whether you're new here or you're a returning viewer, I'm happy to have you join us today for this 8-minute mobility flow. Today I'm excited to introduce to you a quick and efficient mobility routine that can be used as both a warm-up and a cool-down. Whether you're looking to prepare your body for a workout or unwind after a long day, this 8-minute mobility flow is perfect for you. We're going to kick things off with hip rocks. Begin by sitting on the ground with your hands placed behind you and your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Rotate your hips externally, opening the knees out to the side as far as comfortable, while internally rotating the other leg. Continue to alternate from side to side, moving with control and focusing on the sensation in your hips. This is a great drill that can be used as both a mobilization tool and an assessment for your hip mobility. Next, we're going to transition to 90-90 with spinal undulations, with your legs positioned in a 90-degree angle in front of you, creating a square shape with your knees and hips, and with your hands on either side of you. Keeping your spine long, initiate the movement by gently tilting your pelvis forward, allowing your lower back to arch slightly. From this position, slowly begin to round your spine in a wave-like manner. Once you've reached the maximum rounded position, slowly roll back up, returning to the starting 90-90 position. Be sure to synchronize the breath with the movement. Exhale and wave down, inhale and wave up. Next, we're going to transition to the other side by clasping the hands and rotating your torso as much as you can to the right. As you transition, you're going to slowly lift the right knee off the ground as you externally rotate the hip. As you do this, let the left leg trail behind you as you continue to rotate to the right. Now you should be set up in a 90-90 position on the other side. From here, we're going to sit up nice and tall like we did on the other side. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and slowly wave down and back up. If done right, you should feel a nice stretch on the outside of your front hip. If you're having a hard time sitting in the 90-90 position, you can use a yoga block as I'm demonstrating here. Next, we're going to clasp the hands once again, and this time we're going to rotate to the center. Again, this time we're going to open up the left side and let that right leg trail behind it. We're going to set ourselves up into a reverse tabletop position. So we're going to bring the hands behind our hips. Feet are going to be slightly outside of hip width. Next, we're going to lift the hips off the ground, coming into our tabletop position. Be sure to engage the core and the glutes to create stability through your torso and your hips. Keep the chest lifted and your shoulders relaxed and away from your ears, maintaining a neutral spine. You can do this for reps like we're doing here, or you can hold this position at the top for a longer stretch. Now let's transition into sky reaches from a resting squat position. While in a squat, you're going to take your left hand and grab your right ankle. Then leading with your right elbow, you're going to rotate your torso and reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Repeating this motion for several reps, moving with the breath and focusing on the stretch through the spine and the shoulders. With each reach, aim to create as much length as possible. Okay, we're now going to transition to the other side by taking the right hand and grabbing the left ankle. Again, leading with the elbow, we're going to rotate our torso to the left and reach our left arm up towards the ceiling. Now, if you have a hard time getting into a squat, you can do this same rotation from a quadruped position, as seen here. Okay, great job. Let's make our way to a standing position with our feet hip width apart. From here, we'll tuck our chin and roll down slowly, bringing our hands down towards the floor as we set up for our elephant walks. As your hands come in contact with the floor, you're going to leave a slight bend in your knees. From here, we're going to straighten out one leg at a time and alternate between sides to feel a stretch in your hamstrings. Be gentle with this one. You don't need to lock out to feel a good stretch. Now, as I do this exercise, note that I'm not just extending my knees. That's not the main focus. I also want to ensure that I'm creating a little bit of a lateral shift in my hips as I extend my knees. Again, don't get super aggressive with this stretch as you could end up irritating the sciatic nerve. Okay, from here we're going to slowly roll ourselves back up to standing. Now let's make our way down to our hands and knees and set up for our cat-cow position. Make sure that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Start by pushing through your shoulders, rounding your spine, and tucking your chin towards your chest. As you inhale, arch your back and tilt your pelvis downwards, allowing your belly to sink to the floor. Lift your chest and your tailbone towards the ceiling, creating a gentle arch in your lower back. Continue to flow between the cat and cow position, moving with your breath and focusing on articulation of your spine. Aim to create a smooth, fluid movement, allowing your breath to guide you through the motion. Alright, now let's move on to bird dog. With your back flat and your gaze towards the floor, engage your core muscles to stabilize your torso and extend your right arm forward and your left leg back, keeping them parallel to the ground. Alternate between sides, moving with control and focusing on the quality of your movement rather than speed. Aim to keep your hips level and your spine neutral throughout the entire exercise and avoid any twisting or shifting. Okay, from here we're going to transition to our spinal wave with a front lunge and spinal twist. Shift the hips back towards your heels, then drive the knees out slightly and walk the hands out in front of you. From here, push into the floor with your hands as you lift your knees off the floor. Float the hips up towards the sky and keep pushing through the shoulders and keep the chin tucked. Bring your body forward until you reach your extended position, then reverse the movement by first tucking the chin and pushing through the shoulders, driving your hips back to its starting position. Then step the left leg forward into a lunge and then do a spinal twist, reaching up with your left hand. Return to your starting position and perform another spinal wave. Return to your starting position. Now step the right leg forward into a lunge and then initiate a spinal twist on the other side. Then return to your original position. Perform a spinal wave. Return to your starting position. Step the left leg forward and left spinal twist. Place the hand down and return to your starting position. Spinal wave again. Return to your starting position. Step the right leg forward into spinal twist and return to your starting position. Our last movement of the day is our toe sit. We're going to begin by sitting on our heels with our toes tucked underneath us. We're going to hold this position for 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Alright, thank you so much for joining us for this mobility flow. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your people. Until next time, this is Andrew Tactics James signing off. Peace, and I'm out.